gets it, stumbled in the open field. I believe he's going to pick up enough for a first down, so that should stop. And that's a bad spot from the far side of the field.
Good grief.
And, okay, so that'll stop the clock to reset the chains. It took them a while to figure that out. So Junction City wanting to move fast. Rivercrest trying to make some changes defensively. They fake to Taylor. Frazier splits between two guys, still on his feet, spins out of one tackle, drags a man across the first down stripe and up to the 40-yard line. So Junction City starting to put something together here. But I tell you what, time is not your friend. We're under 9.5 to play in the fourth quarter.
And one thing, we got linemen. They're just standing there. For crying out loud, hit somebody.
Taylor gets the call. I tell you what, he's moving around pretty good back there. That's another 10-yard carry. And that'll be a first down for Junction City. They're across midfield, and that'll keep the chains moving if we can get the. And so we're playing tug of war with the chains
on the far side.
On the far side of the field. It's turned into amateur hour here at War Memorial Stadium. And Frazier, he's wrapped up and dropped for a loss.
And he never had a chance.
And he never had a chance. That's right. I mean, as soon as the ball snapped, you've got 5 offensive linemen turning around going, good luck. Under 9 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 41-14 is our score. Junction City, several positive plays in a row, and they find themselves backed up behind the chains. Second down and 20. Spot route.
And a flag
on the play. That's going to be a false start. That'll back Junction City up 5 more yards. So now it'll be a second down and 25 for the Dragons.
And while we're waiting on this, we do have a winner on the trivia question.
Oh, do we?
A Steve Spurrier fan got it. Mr. Bubba Gurley said the guy that done all that you're talking about is your classmate, Mr. Alan Turner, and he is correct.
Yes, he did.
And the year was 2008.
Clock continuing to run. We're under 8.5 to play. Frazier on second down and 25. He's got nowhere to go. He's got nowhere to go, nowhere to throw. Good coverage on the back end, but it really wouldn't matter because that play was dead from the beginning. No blocking up front. I hate to be critical. I do, but
I'm trying to keep from being. I'll be honest with you. That's why you ain't hear me say. I just, we got to have some blocking.
Under 8 to play.
You got to have some blocking.
Fourth quarter.
The name of the game is blocking and tackling.
And scoring.
Yes,
hopefully.
Yes.
Junction City. Frazier's got it. Appeared to have some running room, still on his feet. He'll pick up about 6 yards, stays in bounds. Clock continues to move, and so that's going to make it fourth down, and we'll call it 23 from here inside the Orville Henry press box.
So you look in the playbook, and you look at your 4th and 23 play, and you run it.
You dial it up, and you hope you can connect here. With the rate this is going, this might be the football game right here. Frazier, he's going to lay one up the right side, double coverage. Davis, his intended target, and I believe that pass is intercepted. It is. It is intercepted, so it helps Junction City. It puts Rivercrest down at their own 19-yard line, but negatively for the Dragons with just 7:17 to play. The Colts have the football and a 27-point lead.
And let's just call it like it is. You're playing for pride now.
Yes. You're hoping you can get a couple of garbage time scores, make the score look a little bit better than it currently does. But yeah, that's a good point over here in the broadcast booth next to us. Said Davis jumped just a little bit too quickly, and because with his ability, his skill, he can definitely come down with those passes, but unable to do so there. Tip of the hat to the Rivercrest defensive backs on that one. Able to corral the football, and they've got it here with just over 7 minutes to play. Robinson with the carry. He picks up a solid 9. He may have gotten 10 for the first down. Ball comes out. They'll say he's down by contact. And so that'll be a solid
almost 10-yard gain.
Well, I don't know.
I can't see why you don't have a first.
I don't know
now
if
we
it's
go.
A crap shoot over there or what they're trying to figure out, but
But Larry Moe and Curley did get it figured out. It is a Rivercrest first down.
What people don't understand is while they're sitting there trying to figure out whether they need to stop the clock to move the chains,
the clock's running.
The clock's continuing to move. And Javassier Cook on the stop of Robinson. He'll pick up just about 3.
Wasn't Robertson the one you said that broke his hand week 10?
Broke his arm week 10, and it appears the way the cast is on his arm, you can't really see the true cast. He's wearing a sleeved shirt with just the sleeve on the left arm, and you can tell from about his forearm to his wrist where there's somewhat of a cast. You have to think it may be some type of a hairline fracture. But when they said he was a game-time decision, I don't think anybody was fooled about that.
No.
I mean, the kid's a junior, so he still has another season of high school ball. But this is the biggest stage in the state of Arkansas. You definitely think he was going to come out and give it a go.
That's right. The reason I'm asking you that, to play with any type of injury like that, especially a running back, come back and take the hits he's taking and running as hard as he is, my hat's off to him because he has had about 7 or 8 solid runs tonight.
And they're just going to eat the clock here. 7 to play on the play clock. We're under 5.5 remaining in this one. And nowhere going there. Met immediately several Dragons there. And they're letting them play. They're definitely long on the whistles. Of course, that doesn't help Junction City out, which I've never been one to throw in the towel early, but you're going to need some next level type stuff to happen in order to climb back into this one. Maybe this is where it starts. Rivercrest appears to be punting. Junction City making some changes, getting their punt return unit on the field. Dual returners for the Dragons, Frazier and Davis back deep. Frazier stands at his 30. Davis now switches. He'll move up closer towards the line of scrimmage. And so going to be a corner kick. Bounces at the 32. Fielded by Frazier. Through his hands, and it's recovered by Rivercrest. And that'll just about do it for Moore Memorial Stadium. 4:46 to play, and the Colts have the football at the Junction City 26.
As I said a while ago, you're strictly playing for pride. It's just things you don't do. I mean, you hear coaches talk about it, and I maybe this is old school talking. You got a crowd around, you get away from the ball. You know?
Definitely.
And the young man's trying to make something happen. I'll say this in his defense. He's trying to make something happen.
No, you can't fault the guy.
You can't fault him for trying that, and I'm not going to. But, sometimes it don't work out, and this is what happens. And now you just gave him some more, opportunity to possibly run the clock out.
Definitely. With 4:46 to play, they've got the football at the 19, or excuse me, at the 26. They don't run the clock out. They might even score. Robinson, he carries forward. He'll pick up about 4. Gibson on the stop for Junction City. Under 4.5 to play.
And like you said, Jacob, they have not started 25-second clock, and not that it matters, but this has been going on all night, and it's just, in fact, never did start it.
They still haven't signaled for it to start.
Wow.
And
there
even Rivercrest players are looking back.
Yeah, everybody, even the coach for Rivercrest is coming out and going, what are you guys doing?
Coach, you're 4 minutes away from hoisting the state championship trophy, and he's wondering what's going on.
Yeah, he's wondering what's going on. I'm ready to hoist the trophy, but good gravy, somebody fired the old 25 up
no
here.
No doubt. So, Rob, I'm not sure who called the timeout. I believe it's going to be Rivercrest called the timeout. They lead at 41-14 with 4:04 to play here in the fourth quarter. And I tell you what, it's really been all Colts so far. And when you look at what Junction City's been able to do, which, not to be negative, but it hadn't been much. But the penalties, they've just had 9 penalties for 65 yards. Coming into this one, if you'd have told me, Dragons only going to commit 9 penalties compared to the 19, 18, 16, 19, 21 that they've committed in the playoffs, I'm going to be thinking, shoot, this one will be over with by 3 quarters. That's just by the way it's went. But really, the Dragons haven't had an opportunity to have the football for much here in the second half. And when you're already facing the 8 ball like they were coming out of the halftime break, it definitely played to Rivercrest's advantage as they were able to tighten it in and find a way to get it done.
And well said. I agree wholeheartedly. And for Junction, well, I'll finish my thoughts after this play. Rivercrest still in that unbalanced line, been in it most of the, I guess you say, Jacob, most of the second half.
Yeah, they haven't run a play out of that hasn't been out of that off balance formation. I tell you what, it as we're under 4 minutes to play, it reminds me of the second half my senior year against Bearden, where we come out and we knew what we needed to do, and we got into that fourth quarter and we realized we just wanted to try to eat clock, start picking up 5, 6, 7 yards at a time, wear them down. And that's what they were able to do. And Rivercrest right now, they're just able to eat clock. As we're under 3.5 now to play, they face a 3rd and 1. I believe a first down could all but do it for Junction City. They hand to Robinson. He bounces around in the backfield.
And he got it.
He's got the first down. He's inside the 15. And I believe clock will stop momentarily to reset the chains. And if you're Junction City, you're probably just going to eat your timeouts here. Really no need to.
No, there's not. I mean,
no need to try to burn any timeouts or prolong it any more than it needs to be. 3:22 to play. Clock starts. Dragons trail 41-14.
And I guess best way to sum it up, especially this playoff run, we've kind of done Aerosmith. We've been living on the edge, and tonight we kind of fell over that edge. And it's about the best way I guess you could look at it. And Rivercrest doing about what we figured. They're just going to hit the middle and let the clock run.
Yeah, you knew as soon as they come out of the halftime intermission that, it appeared that Junction City had made a couple of changes. They were able to have some success defensively, stop Rivercrest on 4th down, and was able to end up getting a touchdown. You start feeling real confident about yourself. I know one thing, this press box, this booth in the press box that the DSN is, we was fist pumping and chest bumping and having a good old time because we felt like, hey, we're back in it.
Yeah.
But hats off to them. They stayed with what they wanted to do. They got into that heavy formation, overloaded the line to the right side, and they just pounded away. And they give to Robinson. He bounces out. He's got the pylon, and that's going to be 6. 6 more for the Colts with 2:13 to play in the fourth quarter. Their advantage goes to 33. 47-14 is our score.
And just this time they bounced it outside instead of hitting the middle. And we talked about Robertson earlier. He showed a little bit of speed getting around the corner. And now you're just ready to get it over with and head back to the border town.
47-14 is our score. Torreno's home for the extra point attempt. Snap is back, ball's down. The kick is through and true. And with a timeout on the field, 2:13 remaining in the Class 3A state semifinals. It's all Rivercrest here in the Rock. They lead at 48-14. You're watching Junction City football exclusively on the Dragon Sports Network.
.213 remaining in the Class 3A state finals, and it is not Junction City's night, to say the least. Rivercrest 48, the Dragons 14. Junction never really got off to a good start, and kind of like we said a while ago, been living on the edge for 3 weeks, and tonight, Jacob, we fell over that edge. But despite all that, and people, this is going to be a hard one to swallow, a bitter one to take, however you want to say it. You're still going to finish 13-1. You're going to take some hardware back to the border town. It's not the hardware you want to take back, but you're still going to have to make room in that trophy case for another trophy.
That's right. And when it comes down to it, when you start looking at what Coach Carpenter started building in the early to mid 90s to the point it's at now, where we've called him a native son. We've kind of given him that tag. Coach Jones anyway. As Taylor fields it at about his 7, he'll work toward the Junction City sideline. He's got a blocker in front of him, and he'll step out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. But what I was saying was, when you when you meet in the spring or you get ready for fall practice and you look around the room and you say, okay, these are the guys that are going to have to get it done. This is what we got. This is all we've got. If we're going to get it done this year, we've got to get it done together. And your goal isn't to finish as runner-up in the state. It's to win the state championship. But when you're able to step back and look at it a couple months, maybe even a year or so down the road, you'll be proud of the way you played. And there's 2:06 to play. Let's try to finish it out strong with a little pride here.
And that's what I was talking about a while ago. And you'll see it in the game tomorrow. Those of you that can stomach to watch it, just nothing happening on the offensive line as the clock hits 150. You step back, maybe a couple of years from now, you go, you know what? We did make it to the finals. We did get there, and I know it's small consolation because I really expected to see us take a W tonight, go back to the border town with a 14-0 record, and it's not going to happen. And I hate it for these young men, and I hate it for our coaching staff that's worked extremely hard. With a new coach coming in, Coach Jones changing up a few things, putting in what he wants to do. I look at it like this: 13-1 his first year is the best record a first-year coach at Junction City's ever had. So hats off to him, and we're looking for even brighter success in the future.
Frazier will keep it on third down. He'll pick up about, we'll call it 7 yards. He gets inside the original line of scrimmage. It'll be a 4th down and 9 for Junction City. 54 seconds, clock ticking on its way. Dragon faithful remain.
I will say that for the most part, the majority has stayed and encouraging them.
Frazier rolls out, throws on the run. He's got a man and out of bounds. I'll tell you what, I believe that's Ford. No, excuse me, Taylon Dixon. I apologize. Taylon Dixon, give him credit. He was tracking the football just a little too far out of bounds. And Junction City turns it over on downs with 30 seconds remaining. And they're just 2 snaps away from this one being in the books here in War Memorial Stadium.
Well, I don't know the way these officials done tonight. One may do it, Jacob.
Yeah. So come to think of it, one may do it. Regardless, not much left in this one. Rivercrest 48, Junction City 14.
And now both coaches, especially Rivercrest, they're pulling out. They're bringing in, letting everybody get a little play in action. Get a little action.
And that the far side of the field definitely pumped up, fired up, man. Rightfully so. They've watched their bunch put on an absolute performance tonight.
Well, the boys at Elrod's Tire Barn Monday will be celebrating.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, that's on Cortez Kennedy Boulevard.
I'm about to say they'll have the Cortez Kennedy Boulevard. They'll have the parade run right down through the middle of Wilson, Arkansas, and they deserve so.
Rightly so.
Tip of the hat to them. And they're going to take a knee here. And we are under.
That's it.
And I believe that's going to do it. They're not going to try to reset it, make them take another snap. Really, no need to. As the Rivercrest Colts start to make their way onto the field, and 10 seconds left in this one. There won't be another snap, folks. As Coach Chandler gets the Gatorade bath here on a cold night in War Memorial.
And that never felt better, Jacob.
Not much fire from the Dragons tonight. Just wasn't there tonight here in the state championship game. Junction City falls to 13-1. That's a final from War Memorial Stadium. Rivercrest 48, Junction City 14. The Colts are your Class 3A state champions for 2017.
And we'll go ahead just real quick. It's going to be a brief Kevin Payne Foundation post-game show. We're going to find out, I think Junction they'll get the trophy. We're going to stay for that and find out who the Brandon Burlsworth winner is if we can, and then that'll be all for that. While we have a chance, thank you to all our sponsors. Once again, Jacob, if you'll hand me that thing, I'm going to call them all out one more time because without them, we wouldn't do what we get to do, and it means a lot to us to do this. El Dorado Chemical is the title sponsor of Dragon Sports Network. Mr. Todd Cottrell, big thank you to you and El Dorado Chemical for stepping in there. Union Kennel and Farm Supply, Mr. Ricky Robertson My friend, thank you for what you do. Folks, real quick, let me say this. We were not aware they had moved dual state up. It's going to start Monday. They'll play Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Union Kennel Farm Supply is the official title sponsor, presenter of the dual state tournament, the 87th edition. We will show Saturday's contest, so we're going to try to get a crew together to do it. We were prepared for after Christmas, but they moved it up to next week on us, so that kind of caught us off guard. But nonetheless, big thank you to Union Kennel Farm Supply, Three Creeks Baptist Church Student Ministry, STI Sims, Lennox Energizing Chemistry. Southern T-Shirt Company is the official apparel sponsor of the Dragon Sports Network. Red Roof Barbecue, the official barbecue of the Dragon Sports Network. We thank you for what you do. Kevin Payne Foundation does the pre, half, and post-game shows. Hog Wild Pest Control, Junction City Florist, and Kim's Hair Salon are the kickoff sponsors. Terminex and Generations Bank, we thank you. In memory of Kevin Norris is presented by Miss Jan Norris Pepper, his sister. We thank you, Miss Jan, for all that you do. And again, to all our sponsors, a big thank you. We're waiting on the presentation. And I believe this is the Brandon Burlsworth Award coming up. Am I correct, Jacob? So they'll give it to Junction City.
He is a 6'3", 323-pound, two-way lineman, number 67, Noriega Frazier.
Great choice.
And who got it?
And Noriega Frazier is your 2017 Brandon Burlsworth Award winner for Junction City.
Well, that is good to see. We're waiting now for the, I believe they'll do one for Rivercrest and then the team trophies.
And congratulations again to Noriega Frazier for his fight, returns his interest to the Rivercrest side. And presents the award for another two-way lineman. 6'5", 290-pound skater. He is also the father on the Rivercrest goal team, number 56, Dylan Trapp.
And there's the Rivercrest Brandon Burlsworth Award winner.
Receiving the Burlsworth Award. Again, congratulations to him and to Noriega Frazier.
And we're waiting on the team trophy presentation. And here it is.
Congratulations to Coach Jones on 13-1 campaign.
And that'll do it for the Dragon Sports Network at War Memorial Stadium. Again, your final, Rivercrest 48, Junction City 14. And before we conclude the 2017 season, we'd like to say thank you once again to all of our fine sponsors for being on board in the Dragon Sports Network's 5th season, allowing guys like myself, Mr. Wayne, Coach Meeks, even Mr. Bubba Gurley and Craig Jones filling in for us throughout the year. We thank you for tuning in to us and enjoying Junction City football wherever you may be. And for our stat guys, Ricky the Rev Watts, Mr. Chad Rhodes, our main man on the camera, I tell you what, he's done a fine job this year like he does every year, keeping us, one, in line, and two, allowing us everything to be working smoothly. We thank you to Mr. Sean Enos for joining us here in the booth tonight, and for Miss Melissa Pumphrey, who's been the producer for us. You really want to know who keeps us in line, it's definitely her.
And she has a full-time job.
And she does have a full-time job. And for Coach Gary Meeks, our in-house analyst, and for Mr. Wayne Pumphrey, I'm Jacob Pumphrey. And once again, we thank you for joining us as we bring you Junction City football to each and every one of you, wherever you may be. That'll do it for the 2017 season. Catch us next year in August from the Muse as we begin another season of Junction City Dragon football. Once again, we thank you for joining us. Have a great night.